In this video, we will learn how to connect MySQL with Python and execute all the SQL queries using Python. Okay, so you have to remember 6 important steps. If you remember the step, you can write the program very easily because in the board exam, you have one program using Python MySQL connectivity. The first step is to import MySQL.connector. This is the package or the module that is used to connect Python with MySQL. So what is the package name? MySQL.connector. Because the name is very big, I am giving an alias name for that. So import MySQL.connector as SQLCon or just CON, make it short. Now, after importing the module, use the connect method to do the connection. So what are the things that you need to establish a connection? The host name, username, password and database name. There are 4 arguments that you need to pass. First, declare an object, a connection object. The connection object equal to this MySQL.connector.connect. Connect is the name of the method. Host equal to localhost. These things will be given in the question paper. What is the host name, username, password. Look at this, password is not given in full form, PASSWD equal to the password and the name of the database. Of these 4, database is optional. You can skip this because if you want to create a new database, you need not mention that. Or if you want to use an existing database, give the name here, right? So note down the 4 argument names. So in the exam, you will be given half mark for each of these statements. After importing the package, then declare the connect method. After that, you have to declare a cursor object because how you use file handle for file handling programs, the cursor is very important for managing the reading and writing options for the file. Same way, this connection cursor is important for accessing the records. So declare a cursor object, cursor equal to mycon.cursor open close. This is the method that declares a cursor. Now this is the cursor object. Now using this cursor object, we need to execute the query. What is the query? For the trial, I am going to create a table from Python. How will you create first? What is the create table syntax? Give that inside quotes. In a string, create table emp id integer emp name char of 25. So this is the command which I save in a variable called query. Now what is the syntax to execute? This cursor object dot execute this query. So once this is done, if you give commands like create, update, delete, you need to commit the transaction. That is, you should save the changes in the database. So you need to commit the transaction. If you don't give create or in update or delete, in case you give select statement, then you need to fetch the records. Fetch the records and display on the screen. So the 5th step will be either committing the transaction or fetching the records based on the query that you executed. That we will see in the upcoming videos in detail. Finally, close the connection. So these are the 5 important steps which are required to connect Python and MySQL. Let us try this and check how it works. The first step, import MySQL.connector as my. After this, declare a connection object. CON is equal to my.connect. What is the first one? Host equal to localhost. User is equal to root. Password is equal to my system's MySQL password. Then database is trial. I have a database called trial in my computer, so I give that name. Okay, so declare the connection, establish the connection. So now Python and MySQL are connected. So if I want to execute the commands, I need to declare a cursor. So connection connect.cursor. What is the cursor object? CUR. So using CUR, I am going to execute a query. What is the query? Query is equal to create table emp because I have lot of tables in the same name. Emp id integer emp name character of 10. So I've given the command emp is my table. Query is done. Now I have to execute this query. How to execute this query? Using the cursor object. cur.execute this query. Query should be in a string form. Okay. Yeah, now it's successfully executed because there is no error that is shown, which means my table is created. Once you do any option like this, like creation of table, insertion of records, it is always better to commit the transaction so that the changes are made permanent. So I've given connection.commit. Now what should I do? Connection.close. Close the connection. That's all. The program is over. Remember these 6 steps. These are very, very important for connecting Python with MySQL. Hope you understood this. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.